Alrighty then, welcome to a Category A matchup in the Virgo Cup between Combi Veneno and Clan Gaucho. Yes. Let me introduce the players. In the red, we have Gaucho Martinez, or just Martinez, I guess, playing as the Ethiopians. As we have, Tamos Poniano Roditas. It looks like they needed a pause for something. I'm not sure what. Anyways, red is the Ethiopians. In the yellow, we got Asgalor playing as the Gurjaras. Ooh boy, that's what we expected. In the purple, we got Vietnamese for Fabrax, which is also something that we saw coming. Although Vietnamese could have been used on Islandia, a map that isn't a map pool, but we'll see if we'll get to it. On the other side, in the remind me, I'm gonna change some colors here. There you go. In the teal, we've got the mariachi playing as the Mayans. Ooh, very strong indeed on Arabia. In the green, we've got Michelita playing as the Hindustanis. All right. And then in the blue, we've got Tetu Burrito. Okay, Burrito playing as the Saracens. And damn it, you're making me hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. I need food. Why do I have to look at the burrito name now? Humanity. Won't anyone think of the poor caster? I guess not. Alright, now let's talk about the Civ matchup, shall we? Pockets first. We'll talk about the pockets first. Hindustanis versus Gurjaras. Which is better? Is it the faster attacking camels, or is it the camels with more bonus damage versus cavalry? Good question. I think I would prefer Hindustanis. Yeah, I think Hindustanis are better. And the reason for that is thus. I think Gurjaras 1v1 versus Hindustanis will beat them in the camel race. Like camel v camel, I think Gurjaras will win. I think that extra bonus damage that you get on your camels is strong. Well, is it actually? Okay, I'm not exactly sure about that, but I think Gurjaras probably win there. I think that extra bonus damage that they do is strong enough for that. So we have a lame now for teal. Ooh boy, here we go. As purple tries to get that boar back, but yeah, Scout is all the way forward, so he could totally go and block that, but it looks like he's not very interested in that. Instead, he's interested in counter laming. Alright, here we go. He will see that boar and probably go for the counter lame. Here comes teal though. Oh, purple. If you want that boar, you gotta go now. Teal's gonna get the boar first. No, the boar will go home, and there's nothing that purple can do about it. Then reacting time. Well, you can block it a little bit, but that's about it. Nope. He's gotten lamed, and there's nothing he can do about it anymore, because all the boars have been brought in for teal. You could still stop teal's lame, by the way. He still could, but he doesn't know it's coming in on this side. He doesn't know where it is. So, yeah. There you have it. He might find the pigs, and I guess he'll have to say thanks for that. So yeah, Clan Gaucho down a pig. Alright, no pig. Alright. Yeah, Teal will be happy with that one. Lots of extra food, and this is what the Eagle Warrior is so good for. It's just a teensy bit slower than a Scout, which means it's actually easier to lame, because you don't have to slow down your Scout as much as you would have to with the Scout Cavalry. And purple, he's looking for something to lame, but there's nothing. He's got some pigs, that's about it. He can take those, but I think Teal will be okay with that. He'll take that trade any day. What was I saying again about the camel civs? Right, Hindustanis versus Gurjaras. Now, Gurjaras have a pretty good early eco, I'd say. I mean, they got that extra food, which is kind of nice. It's not that much food, though, so let's not say that. Every time I try to say Vietnamese, I get a Southern American accent. Oh, really? That's funny. The Vietnamese. Alright, I don't know what accent I would have at this point. It's probably such a mix of weird influences that it's hard to tell. Anyways, Gurjaras, great early eco, but they don't really have a sustained eco bonus in the mid game, right? They have that extra food, that's about it. They do have camel scouts in the feud lates, but you're not going to be able to afford those. They're too expensive, obviously. As for green, though, your Hindustanis, your villagers are discounted, so you can easily go for a 3TC, if not 4TC boom, and get a lot of economy out. And now the real reason why I think Hindustanis are better in a team game than Gurjaras. Gurjara camels die to archers. Hindustani camels die to archers. But Hindustani camels are also better at killing archers than Gurjara camels, because the bonus damage that Gurjara camels get doesn't apply to archers, which means that it takes a long time for them to kill archers, whereas Hindustanis, with the faster attacking camels, have a shot, at the least, to kill the many archers that you will be seeing on this map. As purple comes forward with a Drush. Alright, well, purple says, alright, I'm delayed. That's cool. I'm gonna come forward with a drush, and I'm going to kick your behind. That's for sure. Purple trying to keep that wall down, but that doesn't work. Militia also don't have any bonus damage versus eagles until they're man-at-arms, so you can't really fight that eagle just yet. Teal now knows that's coming in. He saw it, so he knows what's about to happen. Can probably wall the left side of his wood line. Probably should. Not doing it, though. Okay. Well, here's the scout. Hope you're ready for the militia. The drush is here. Alrighty, and that cannot be walled out anymore. Yeah, no, that's too late, Teal. That's too late, and purple will be happy with that one. Just getting some delays here, forcing you to abandon your wood line for a second. Look at that. And again, all this fighting still good for purple. Almost kills the eagle as well, but almost loses his scout cavalry, so it's even at that. There you have it. Now, of course, Teal wants to kill that scout cavalry first, because at that point, Teal can't, purple can't block any villages anymore, which is why he wants to do that. One villager goes down. See, I mean, you could block that Vil, but unfortunately the scout was blocked himself. Wasn't able to get that down. Here is Yellow, though. Yellow joining the party. He's like, yeah, this is fun. Let's join here as well. Ooh, boy. And look at that efficiency for Teal go down. Look at that, 62%. It's not a lot. It's not a very efficient economy, is it? That's because of all this idle time that is being cost right now by these militia. Look at that, 33% of time they're actually working. Half of that, no, most of that is idle time. Look at that. That's what I mean. This is what a drush is supposed to do. You don't need to kill a villager. That's not necessary. All you need to do is just be really annoying and force your opponent to fight you and just run away again, and then you fight again and you run away again, and those villagers are moving more than they're working. And again, that is delaying your opponent a lot. Trust me. Of course, archers will come out for Teal, so he will deal with this. I think he's going to be okay. But yeah, this drush from purple has certainly done damage. It's good, because purple is at 28 villagers, though. I think maybe keeping that scout at home and pushing in your hunt might have been a good idea here, because purple hasn't clicked up yet. Oh boy, should Teal heal the eagle or scout here? I mean, you can. I mean, just because you can. I think it's more important to scout to see what your opponent is doing, though, at this point. Even if you do have a weak eagle. Like, right now, you could go to Teal, you could go to purple space and maybe stop him from walling a little bit. I mean, do the same thing, basically. Just annoy the villagers, don't let him kill you, and keep those walls open so that these archers can run in and kill purple. Because remember, purple, he's not in field age yet. It's still 2 minutes away, pretty much. So, oh boy. And the start for purple wasn't the best. I mean, the drush was good, but in the end, he's still up so late. Look at that, 29 minutes. That's a 15-minute uptime. That's no bueno, that's for sure. That's like 5 minutes after that's like 4.5 minutes after your what should be your actual uptime, I think. That's the better way to say it. Or like 5 minutes, really. Alright, we got Yellow keeping a scout at home right now because he's not sure yet what side to send him. Although, what am I saying? Keeping a scout at home, has some scouts forward, and sniping a villager here in green space. Very nicely done. Good stuff. Alrighty, well, this is the kind of stuff that we need to see. As we have green with some scouts outside of red space, but red is fully walled. At least you'd think so if there's no hole. I don't think there is a hole. Sorry, my chair is making a lot of noise right now. I don't know why exactly. Always sounds like farts when my chair moves against something else. It's kind of awkward. That's not me. That's not me. It's my chair. I mean, you're not going to believe me anyways, but it really is my chair. Only walls. That is quite the wall there. And it's a feudal age wall now, so at least it will be able to keep these archers out. But yeah, of course, the Vietnamese player is going to have to be very defensive this game because he's quite behind now. Not in the Vil count, though. He's done a good job keeping that TC rolling, at least for the longest time. He had some idle TC time at the end to try to click up, but he's up now with 30 villagers. He's not that far behind the Teal. The problem is, Teal's got 8 archers on the field right now, and Purple doesn't even have a second archer range up. So for now, Teal probably recognized that as well. Has only gone to 1 archer range. Interesting. So he's prioritizing the eco. So this is the choice that you make. You either go for 2 archer ranges, and you won't be able to afford a lot of early farms, and you get that up first and then the farms. But what Teal did, he first got the farms up. His economy is looking pretty sick. That might get him to castellate faster than Purple now. I mean, it's pretty guaranteed that Teal gets to castellate before Purple does if he doesn't take any significant damage. Let's see, we got green over here with some scouts. Yellow is here as well, so it's a, well, 2v1 at this point, because purple, again, is not here to help yet. One spearman certainly doing some help here as well, making yellow think twice about running in here. I don't think he should either. Oh boy. Oh boy, I was taking a sip of water, but the scouts get in, and purple trying to wall that out. That didn't work out, and now you've got archers in your base and scouts. And a spearman. Spearman doing some work on the cavalry, weakening that for sure, making sure that green has got the better HP right now compared to yellow. But yellow's getting armor. I like that. That's good. Like, you're already a little bit behind now in the fight. So you're going to have to save purple anyway. So investing in feudal age is probably the right way to go for yellow. Because, my god, purple is taking some damage here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes. Alright, how this fight is going to go looks like yellow in the end, with the help of some archers here for purple, cleans this up. At the end, purple loses only 2 villagers. Could have been a lot worse if yellow hadn't been here with his scouts, with the upgrades. Yeah, at the end of the day, there goes teal and green's armor. But I think they will be okay with that. They'll be okay with that, actually. Haven't been able to break in. Now, we do have red, who is kind of posted outside of yellow's base, maybe expecting blue to go there, but blue is staying at home. Blue is staying at home. He knows I'm up against Ethiopians with Saracens. My crossbows will absolutely be shredded if I'm, by the faster firing Ethiopian crossbows. I don't want to move out until I'm absolutely sure I'm going to be able to take a good fight here. And as a result, blue is also kind of keeping his archers posted outside of his base. Yeah, well, why not? Why take any risk? Especially as blue is already going up to the castles here, way before everyone else. And I wonder, is that because of the market? Let's check. Do we see a market? Yes, we do. Let's check the prices. Looks like someone bought some food. Looks like it, and someone sold wood, that's for sure. So, yeah, I think the Saracen player macroed his way up with some market abuse. As I also like that he's going to re-wall behind these palisade walls, because that was the logical next target for red and for yellow. And yeah, yellow now saw that, so now they're going to direct their attention to this long wall. The long wall on the right. Yeah, this is the weak point in blue's defenses for sure. But I think blue should be able to defend that. At least that's what you think. Well, I'll have to, because red is on his way. Blue in the castle age though, so I wonder if red is still going to try to break in here. He probably thinks he's going to have the upgrades in time, right, to stop, to take a fight against blue. But blue is going to have his upgrades in 20 seconds here, so I don't know how that's going to go. On the other side, we got teal coming in with what soon will be crossbows in 20 seconds. And purple hasn't clicked up yet. Like I said, teal will be in the castle age faster, and I like that teal didn't commit to archers in the feudal age. There's no reason for him to do that. You just drop your second archer range later once you've clicked up the castle age. As a result, teal's castle age time was fairly strong, and now you're going to go to 3 ranges, and you just get your Mayan production out. Boom. It's good adapting, right? He recognized the fact that even though, teal just walks right in. Oh, man. Saracen bonus, man. Saracen bonus. Even though he knew that that purple did some damage to him, he saw that purple had not clicked up yet, or at least was still not in the feudal age, so he knew he was going to be ahead in the archer count. So why not be greedy? Get your economy rolling first, and then he let you go to the castle age, and then you get your military out. Now, 2v1 on this side though, blue and green against yellow, but this time yellow has more military on the field than green does. But it's camel v camel. Neither side can make anything else but camel, except the Gurjara player. He can make Shravamsha rider, which he actually did make some. Not sure where those are actually. It would be pretty handy in this fight, that's for sure, as green actually cleaning up the Gurjara camels, while even in the fight. But then, of course, sitting in a little choke point, yeah, you kind of need to delete that mining camp. That's 11 crossbows. I think they underestimated how many crossbows there were in that. So that was actually pretty bad from blue that he didn't delete that mining camp, because green couldn't engage that. And now blue's archers are dead, so that's no bueno. On the other side, though, we got the Saracen player taking down a tower, killing a lot of purple's villagers, and purple is down 15 villagers. So yeah, the Vietnamese player is far behind at this point. And this makes me feel a lot better at my own performance as a Vietnamese flank. It's not that weird that you fall behind to your opponent. I mean, it also depends per game, but right now, I mean, as things stand, all things being equal, Vietnamese will fall behind Mayans, will fall behind Ethiopians, actually Britons, that's for sure. Anyway, Teal's just being very annoying, sniping some farms left and right. Why not? You got that sneaky Saracen bonus. As Red goes into the little gap down there just to snipe some extra villagers for Blue. So just as Purple is dying, Blue is kind of dying as well. But honestly, Blue is in Castle Age. He can make crossbows. I think Blue's fine. Purple though, still in Feudal Age. Hasn't clicked up yet. And Yellow doesn't show any interest in trying to save Purple. He's probably saying to Purple, like, yeah, you need to sink or swim, my friend. You need to sink or swim, because we cannot go for... I can't come to you, because if I do that, there won't be any camels to save Red. And look what happened to Red. Red died. Because the Hindustani camels, with the faster attack, can actually kill crossbows with some range support. Like, I think Hindustanis are the better camel civ between Gurjaras and, Hindustanis. Downside alert goes up for Blue to protect the front of his base. Very nice. There's still one Shrivamsha rider in the back of Blue's base, which can certainly be causing some trouble. Red going to multiple town centers now to get some more Ethiopian crossbows out, but he is delayed because he did lose a lot of crossbows there in the back of Blue's base. As Green now coming forward to help Teal, and this is of course where the danger lies. As Yellow lost a lot of army, he's making Shrivamsha riders now, which certainly do well against archers, but... not against camels. They die against camels really hard. They're a very weak cavalry unit. They're only good against archers. That's it. That's literally it. They die to everything else. Even light cav are almost better than Shrivamsha riders. Honestly. They can raid under TCs though. That's pretty good. And so, oh boy. But Teal and Green deciding that, well, we can certainly go to Purple's base, but Purple's not even in Castle Age. There's not much we can do there anymore. How about we pay Yellow a visit? We'll just run right into Yellow's base and say, well, hello there. And Yellow is now going to have to defend himself with Shrivamsha riders. If you can get some camels out, maybe, but just Shrivamsha riders, there's just no way. He's going to suffer some damage here. Like, you're not going to be able to get away with this really quickly. We need Red to come and help. Yep, Red is on the way. Purple is even on the way as well. Something that Green spotted. Oh, poor Purple. Sending his tiny army over here, which is still not in crossbow army as well. And Green's like, yeah, that's cute. No. This is a private party. You are not allowed to go here. Nope. I mean, in the end, Camel pathing is horrible. So I guess Teal is like, yeah, I guess I'll have to do the work here. Yeah, the archers make it to the party only to get absolutely massacred on their way in. Ouch. But now Red is here. That's good. But Red versus Teal. Teal's got way more crossbows. But no surprises there because it's Mayans. But Red's crossbows fire faster, which is pretty good as well. Let's see how that's going to go. Hindustani camels still die to the crossbows just as hard as Gurjara camels do. But at least they can kill the crossbows faster. And maybe Teal and Green decide it's not worth it to lose their entire army here. At this point, making sure that Red and Yellow are in Yellow's base is already damage enough. Giving a lot of time here for Blue to rebuild his army, to get a university up, get the TCs up as well. Looks like they had a pause. Get the TCs up and you should be okay. Alright, and yeah, if they're backing up, going back to Purple's base, because they also know that Purple is an easy target, so there's no reason to let Purple just reboom here. Purple's got no archers right now. What is Purple going to do when this many Hindustani camels come for you? Oh yes. Well, for one, Red and Yellow need to come and help now, because there's no way that Purple lives through this. Hindustani camels, they kill pretty fast. I think they used to have that bonus versus buildings, but I don't think they do that anymore. No, that doesn't look like it. They have some bonus versus building too, but it will be enough. It will be enough to get over the Saracen bonus crossbows. They will be okay. Look at that! Look at that! And they're not even going to stick around. They know that Yellow and Red are going to chase this. So again, they're buying so much time for Blue to now walk right into Red's base. As Red is losing some villages on the right, some gold villages that were supposed to build houses, but that's never going to happen now. No. Yellow now with the camels on the left side because he knows that Purple is very much threatened, and right now Clan Gaucho are just behind in all the categories. Military count, almost double for Combi Veneno. Economy count, 235 versus 188. Especially Purple is quite on the back foot, but Red's about to hit Imp. Now, early Imp for flank is that magical time that you have a unit that can kill knights with ease, and you can actually push into your opponent's base. Blue's not going to be up in Imp anytime soon. So, will fast Imp save Clan Gaucho? That's the question. Green though also going up the imp, so red has a window. It's exactly 2 minutes long at this point. He needs to do some damage to blue, otherwise their hope is lost, because purple is not going to be able to get up the imp anytime soon, let alone get archers out for that matter. Ooh, interesting. Teal and green, are they deciding to go to the right here and kill red's army? Is that what they're doing here? That is a very interesting decision. They could certainly run into red's base, actually. They could totally do that. That would probably put kind of a damper on red's plans to break into blue's base. Looks like they're really moving back into blue's territory, though. Yellow is following, though. We might have a giant fight on our hands, as blue now is running right into red's town center. Kills a few villagers, but still. And I guess he's just gonna walk right in. Why not? There's plenty of villagers to kill here, and why not? You're going to force red to deal with this now. Yellow is Xing it. He's saying, red, watch out. There is a large army on the way. 2 minutes still for the Imperial Age upgrade for Teal. So Teal will not have Arbalest when this fight comes in. Nor will the Hindustani player will have heavy camel or anything like that. It's a very long upgrade to take. But blue needs help right now. Arbalest with Bracer though. Blue is trying to trade as evenly as he can, but I think there's only 22 Arbalest here. That's not enough. It's not going to be enough. Green is going to sacrifice a bunch of camels here, but I think green with 113 villagers in imp, way more military in the field than yellow. I think he's going to take it. But yellow coming in from the other side, and that's a lot of Shravamsha riders. They can certainly kill the crossbows. Look at that. Taking very little damage here. You need to focus fire to kill these. Focus fire. That's the way to go. Not let your units stand on stand ground. That's not going to work. Because they'll just fire at individual Shravamsha riders, and then at that point, they won't take any damage because of the shield. If you focus fire, though, they will go down really quickly. Like, again, Shravamsha riders die. The only good thing about them is when they surround archers, they can certainly smash the living hell out of them. But if you just focus fire them down, they don't do a whole lot, actually. As yeah, yellow and red's army has gone down, and that is a problem. As the castle getting denied from red at the front. And please tell me that he deleted that. Okay, wait, did he? Yeah, he did delete that. Okay, good. I deleted the castle because I was afraid that the Saracen player, or at least the player with the Saracen bonus, shut it down there. That would have been very ironic. We got purple trying to come forward and stop an archery range, which he did. He killed a villager. Good. But, yeah. 42 villagers for purple, 14 crossbows on the field. It's Arbalest now from the Mayan player, which means that they will definitely go forward and attack purple at some point. Although right now, I don't think if they think purple is really worth it to be attacked. Purple is expanding with outposts. I like it, you know, getting some vision. But right now, red is under a lot of stress. And red, he was their only hope. Their only hope. If red and yellow together could push forward and do some damage to blue, that was a winning condition. But if Clan Gaucho can't come forward now, if they're just going to go down to the Indian or the Hindustani camels and the Arbalest from the Mayan player, you're in trouble. You're in a lot of trouble because purple is never going to push. So if red can't push, this game is over. It's looking closer and closer like that as well. I mean, we're 40 minutes in, and there you have it. The GG is actually called right as I say it. Wow, the timing there. But it really was. I mean, red can't push out. Red has no army. He can never push out against blue anymore. Purple has been dead since Feudal Age. So this was GG. The first game goes to Combi Veneno. Alrighty. What's up? Says Max Turbo. Well, how you doing, Max? And what's up to you too? That was of course you have probably seen that commercial too then, or what? I mean, I know that was our thing from a Scary Movie. Yeah, because of the stoners, that's what they said. What's that? It's funny. It's a movie. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Scary Movie. There you go. They got it from a commercial. I know that's what they're spoofing, but I get it. I only saw it in that movie, which was really funny. And you know, they made a lot of scary movies, but only the first one is really any good. I mean, the third one is okay because of the names behind it. Leslie Nielsen, Charlie Sheen, and what was the other one? Steve Carell was in it as well, I think. Yeah, see, that's funny. That's still good. But the first one was actually pretty funny. The second one, the fourth, and the fifth, nah, no thanks. No thanks. I'll stick with the first one. That's good. Alright. Oh, right. Age of Empires. Right, I got distracted. Whoops. Anyways, this game, I think already... The pace of this game was already decided by what happened on the left side. Purple got lamed. He couldn't counter lame. That's one thing. He was very much delayed, so he thought, I'm going to go for a drush, which is good. You know. Yeah, it's always hard to make good sequels. You're right. It's true. You see the same. It's the same thing in games, huh? Age of Empires 2 is still the best game out there. It has never been topped. Not by 3 and not by 4. No, no. At least in my opinion. I mean, you may disagree, but I think you wouldn't be here if you disagreed, honestly. Yeah, like I said, Purple got lamed. He fell behind as a result. He went for a Drush. Now, that Drush did a lot of damage, but the thing is, Purple's uptime was still pretty bad. I'll show you, actually. Let's look at Purple's uptime there, because that's important. Yeah, 14 minutes and 50 seconds. That's when Scout Rushes usually are no longer viable because the walls are up. And yeah, Purple, at that point, he was up against pretty much, archers first and scouts. He couldn't defend himself against that. Then after that, the crossbows came in. He couldn't defend himself against that also. And Purple was just basically dead the entire game, which meant a lot of pressure falling on the shoulders for Red. Red needed to kill Blue, and he wasn't able to do it, unfortunately, because of the teamwork from Combi on this side. Yeah, the fact that Teal and Green came all the way to the other side, yeah, saved Blue. And as a result, Blue was fine. He was fine. I mean, I like 3 and 4 anyways, and I like to play 3 and 4 with fans, but no one wants to, and they bully me for liking them. Well, I'm not gonna bully you for liking them. I actually like Age of Empires 3 too. Like, I like the campaign. It was fun to play. I've never played competitive though. Age of Empires 4, I haven't bought it yet, so I've played the beta, but that's a long time ago, of course. So, I mean, at one point I will pick up that game, I think. I've been busy with Age of Empires 2. I don't have the time for a new game right now. I still haven't played Last of Us, and people are still getting mad at me that I haven't played it yet. So I don't have the time, you guys. There's so many games. Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I think the campaigns for Age of Empires 4 will probably be pretty good. That's probably what I'm gonna buy it for the campaigns. But yeah. Let's have a look at the statistics in this game, though. This 20-year-old dinosaur game that's still going on. Oh, yes. No comet yet that has hit this game, that's for sure. I mean, if the dinosaurs lived for millions of years, I think Age of Empires has quite some time still ahead of it. So I'm not worried. Age 3 can play sometime, Tim, for a change. I think we can totally do that sometime. Yeah, you know what? I will make some time for that maybe in the future. We'll play some Age of Empires 3. I was already planning to play some Age of Mythology actually sometime. I want to play the entire campaign, so that should be really good. So we'll do it. No worries. I am not. I mean, I prefer Age of Empires 2 personally, but that doesn't mean that I can't stream anything else. Obviously, we're not an exclusive channel, are we? Alright, but yeah, the KD for Teal was really good, killing a lot of villagers in Purple's down. And at the end of the day, honestly, Hindustanis with the better KD than the Gurjara player. And I think I've been vindicated in saying that Hindustanis are the better camel sith in this game if it's versus Gurjaras. I think between the two of them, I prefer Hindustanis because of all the things that I talked about at the start of this game. So, in the end, it ended up working out as well. So, it's not like Gurjaras are bad, but I think in this matchup, I just like Hindustanis better. They just have the better camels for this team game. Gurjaras absolutely kill knights, they really do. They even kill Hindustani camels, I think it's really close. But Hindustanis can kill archers, and Gurjara camels, they just can't. Alright, looking at the economy, yeah, Hindustani player booming like a Batman. Yep, that's also Hindustanis. That's also the one thing that they have over Gurjaras. Gurjaras don't have that, so there you have it. Let's see, who was the fastest player? It was Green, 67. Very nice. Lots of high peaks right there, microing those camels around, that's for sure. Alright, well, first game for Combi, GG. Will be good content to stream other games from time to time, I think so, like 95% Age and 5% other. Yeah, that sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Hindustani camels are better at Imperial Age as well. Yes, because they have, they're fully upgraded as well nowadays, because they actually have the last armor upgrade nowadays, which Indians never had, but they got that armor for free. Although I don't like the fact that now you get 2 Pierce armor in the Imperial Age, but you get nothing in the Castle Age, right? So your Castle Age is weaker now, but your Imperial Age is stronger for Hindustanis, which might have been what they were going for, but I guess we'll never know. I mean, that's my guess, right? That was the idea. We nerfed the Hindustani Castle Age, and we buffed their Imperial Age. And I think that's also because they want people to go for other options as well, say, hand cannoneers and things like that. That's why they gave that a bonus. Alright, now, time for the, what may very well be the final game of the day, unless, of course, Clan Gaucho strikes back on their home map. In that case, we will still have a third game. But for now, we will go to the home map for Clan Gaucho, which is Kawasan. Alright, so are you ready for that? Alright. Do you know for a fact that Gojira bonus versus cavalry applies also against camels? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because like there is, like if you look at camels, they have bonus versus they have extra bonus damage versus cavalry, but also camels. Like cavalry splits it up, but then when you go into the game, it says bonus damage versus cavalry. But I'm not sure if that's just poorly worded or if it really just means against knights and non-camels, like elephants, you know, things like that. Because if that latter thing is the case, Gujaras are absolutely not the civ to go for if you're up against Hindustanis. Hindustanis would be the Gurjara counter at that. I'm not sure. In-game information tends to be wrong. If I have to believe Spirit of the Law, then yes. I remember when Indian camels had 6 pierce armor and Imperials, they were crazy strong. Well, that was really strong. That's why they nerfed it, because that was kind of overkill, wasn't it? They had as much pierce armor as a paladin, and they were, you know, Imperial camels, which is crazy. Right. Well, it's certainly something that we can maybe find out. I think, you know what? I'll do a test later after the casting. I'll do a test. And let me write that down real quick. Hang on. Let's see. Camels. There you go. I'll do a test, and I'll figure it out for you because I want to know this as well now, because that really that's really going to decide whether Gurjaras are a more versatile civ or whether they really are good against knights only, not camels. Because in that case, the counter to Gurjaras is a camel civ that makes camels. There you go. All right. They should play Spirited to redact the game info. They really should. They have actually adjusted a lot of stuff because Spirit of the Law actually did the math. Like the faster attacking Japanese military, it's not 25%, it was 33% apparently. So it was really funny. Anyways, without further ado, the second game between Combi Veneno and Clan Gaucho. Let's go! I mean, we can still talk about civilizations, but I do want to start with the second game of this awesome matchup. Alright, and here you go. What are these colors? You guys, and not even picking red. I take that as a personal insult. Oh, okay. We'll just leave the colors as they are right now. I guess we'll just have gray for a change. Guess you get to see some gray again, huh? Camels do bonus damage against cavalry armor class and separately to the camel armor class. Well, in that case, Gurjaras do not do bonus damage versus camels, do they? I don't think so then. Which, ooh, that means we have found a weakness for Gurjaras. It is enemy camels. That's what. Especially Hindustani camels, because they attack faster. So, alright, well, let's introduce the players here for Kawasando, because this is the second game that they are playing. And of course, Clan Gaucho wants to clap back on their home map, but can they do it? Let's see. In the red, we've got Fabrax playing as the Byzantines. Very nice. In the yellow, we've got Martinez playing as the Lithuanians. I like that as well. And in the purple, we have Malay for Ascalor. And look at that. I called every single one of these civilizations. Can I just pat myself on the shoulder a little bit? You know, we're learning this game after all this time. It's always nice when you predict something and it actually happens. And no, I don't actually go into the game files and cheat by looking at what the civilizations are. I know I could do that, but I don't, because it's more interesting to see if I can predict it or not. I like that a lot more. As for green, we have Damideto Burrito, I'm making me hungry once more, playing as the Italians. Okay, no Italians for Islandia though, so it will be on Kawasan. This is fine, Italians are pretty good on water also, so I have no problem with this whatsoever. In teal, we have the expected Magyar's pick for Michelita. Alrighty, we'll have something to say about that in a second though, but I like that still. And in the gray, last but not least, we've got the Mariachi playing as the Japanese. Again, now this bit we did see coming, of course. That should be good. I say they do bonus damage. Camels deal 5 extra damage to camel armor class. That's true, but the question is, do Gurjaras get extra bonus damage on their camels for that as well? Or if it is just for their bonus attack versus cavalry? Is that what it is? Like, I don't know how it's worded. So, also, if it's only 5, that means at most you get 2.5 bonus damage. And I don't know if that's rounded up or down. Which means at the end of the day, Hindustani camels clap Gurjaras any time of the day. Because 25% faster attacking camels, that's just way stronger than having plus 2.5 attack. That's just not good enough. So at the end of the day, Gurjaras still lose to Hindustanis. So I think we have found a nice counter to Gurjaras now, honestly. Alright. Yes, says Purple. And he says it to his team. Not sure what he is yesing in response to, but that doesn't really matter. In any case, we have both Green and Purple docking the middle pond, which means they're going to fight over water. This is Kawasan after all. As you can see, there's ponds in between the flank players, which can be fought over for fish. Although each team also has 2 safe ponds. Gray, though, didn't wall in his villager, and that villager is going to get sniped. Quick wall, quick wall, quick wall. Attempted quick wall. Didn't work, though. Gets sniped. And Red gets that villager, and that's an important snipe, by the way, because that villager is not only fishing, it can also repair navy once you actually get to the feudal age, and it is a fight on water, which will happen. And look at that, Red actually walling in his villager. It's very weak as well, so I wonder if Gray tried to snipe it as well. So I guess we'll never know. I didn't see it. Oh man, I don't like the Purple docking the middle pond. As Melee, yeah. See, I've seen a lot of players, actually very high level players. I saw Noisig do this once. What he did, he picked Melee and he docked the middle pond. I mean the pocket pond, right? And then he also docked the other pond and just won this. But he didn't have his fish here, so only his opponent could lose fish. He couldn't, so he had nothing to lose basically in fighting over water. Now though, both players have something to lose. So Asgalar better be sure to win water, otherwise the Melee bonus is not going to help you. And Melee, if you can go for fish traps, you want to go for fish traps. It's almost as cheap as a farm, but way more food on fish traps. How much food? It's like 2,000 something food. Alrighty. I'm wrong about the colors. Oh, you're wrong about the colors. Well, still, I mean, it's not like I think it's bad to dock the middle pond. With Melee, you can have a pretty crazy uptime and overwhelm your opponent over water. But Italians Melee, I mean, Italians are pretty solid water civ as well, so I don't know about that one. We got Yellow almost getting walled into a wood line, but that doesn't happen. If you want... I mean, I could change the colors real quick if you'd like that. That way, maybe we should do that. That's probably clear. Hang on, let me just change the colors. I know it's maybe confusing for a second. Here you go. But at least now we have the pocket colors and the flank colors in a way where we're used to it at least. So this makes a lot more sense, I think. So there, it's blue versus purple. There you go. Right, and standing camels are stronger in castellates, but heavy camel has a stronger bonus than that, and +4 extra melee armor comes into play. Yes, that's true. That is certainly true. I think Gurjaras in the late game, if they actually get that frontier guards upgrade, where you get the extra melee armor on your mounted units, yeah, at that point their camels are way stronger than Hindustani camels. Maybe Imperial camels versus Gurjara camels might be close. But yeah, that extra bonus attack, and then also the fact that you have that extra melee armor, that's really strong. So yeah. Thanks, bro. I played team colors, so the previous color configuration was extra confusing. I see. Yeah, don't worry about it. You know, sometimes I always wonder, like, should I let players have their preferred colors or not? But in the end of the day, these are the most well-known color schemes, so that makes sense. Now, we have Red with only 2 fishing ships. Red's not going to go heavily on water then. That's interesting. As for Teal is very heavy on water. You know, he is definitely up the water game, that's for sure. He's also gone for small walls, so he has not tried the wall of the short side of the map, which of course is very far away for Teal. Now, you do want to wall up the front, obviously. Oh yeah, right. We had something to talk about Magyars, as the Italian fishing ships get completely destroyed right now. Ooh, a nice early raid here for Purple. Gets the advantage in this fight for the pond. At least Blue, whatever happens, he will be delayed to castellates now, which is always good. Oh man. Now, one thing I wanted to say about the Magyar Scouts. Now, I love... Wait, these are not Magyar Scouts. Where are the Magyar Scouts? The Magyar Scouts. I love a Magyar Scouts. They have that extra attack. You can go for a very sick scout rush. The thing on Kawasan is, though, it is very likely that your opponent is fully walled by the time your scout comes out. However, that is not the case this time, so I don't really have to drone on about that one. Nobody is fully walled except Red, so honestly, at this point, our Magyar Scout Rush could totally work, as Red has gone to a second dock, but yeah, he's going to lose his fishing ships now, and yeah, Teal is heavily invested in water here. Red trying to go for the repair, Teal tries to kill it. Yeah, there's 3 fire galleys, that's enough to kill it anyways, and now it's 4 fire galleys versus 1. Red's, he's not going to go to water, that's for sure. On the other side, though, we got purple winning for the time being here against blue. Although blue popping out with 4 fire guys on one side. Ooh, villager goes down, though. Oh, but is that worth it? Is that worth it? More fire guys coming out for blue, and suddenly blue with the demos pushing back this aggression. Like, this is how fast it can go, man. This is how fast it can go. Red should have explored his spawn 3 docks from the enemy. I mean, he could have certainly known that the enemy was going to go heavy to water. And right now, Reds, he's still making fire galleys, but he's going to fall behind in economy now because he will not be able to fish. Something that the Japanese player will be able to do, and do well, too. Because it's Japanese after all. Looks like yellow scouts have gone down. Not sure where they went, actually. They went to the left. Looks like they took a fight against green. That would be my guess. Yeah, so I think yellow scouts have been killed by the Magyar scouts. That would be my guess. Yeah, there's no way for us to see that because we had to look at water as well. So purple is still trying to clap back. It's important that he does. Purple needs to win his pawn because otherwise his team is down 2 pawns, which is no bueno. No bueno. As blue is going to go for a 3rd dock right now. Oh boy. Investing lots and lots on water. He's repairing ships right now, not building that dock. Let's finish that dock because a demo ship coming in. All the fire guys going down, but it's still super even on this map. Oh boy. Dock's still not completed though. I think blue should kind of complete that because you want to use that dock, right? I mean, don't get... no. Okay, demo ship. There you go. That's a pretty good one. Weakening that a lot, but at the end of the day, purple still with the better production because blue didn't have his 3rd dock up. Wow. Ironic. Red, though, still producing on water. I wonder, is that worth it or not? As he comes out with everything he has, but... yeah, look at that. It's not even close. Not even close. Like, Teal is going to win this pawn. There's nothing that Red can do about it. The Byzantine fire galleys or not, it's not going to save him. Red has lost a pawn. Now, Red's got some options, right? Red could certainly go into the back of Yellow's base and dock that pawn and try to get that fish up. But, I mean, you don't want to fish double dip in Yellow's pawn. As Yellow goes for the quick walls. Oh! No. Magyar scouts get their kill. Wow, that must have been scary though for her. She's just happily fishing and suddenly like 13 Magyar scouts show up. And that must be just as scary as it was historically, I bet, when the Magyar cavalry showed up. Oh boy. Red is wasting resources like the government. Shh. Well, yeah, pretty much. We're not supposed to say that out loud, are we? I mean, it's always, like, that's one thing, though. I mean, you can say whatever you want about the government, obviously, but there's one thing that I always notice. Every time that the government overhauls some sort of agency, like they go digital and things like that in the past, it has always cost millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And I'm always thinking here, like, I bet it's just consultants that are telling the government it's gonna cost this much. Government doesn't know anything about computers, so they don't know that they're being taken for a run, and that's why it costs so much. That's my guess, actually. I mean, I can't prove that, but still. Very expensive every time, as the scouts taking out a bunch of knights, taking out some spearmen. At the end of the day, I don't think the scouts are going to do a whole lot anymore at this point. Yeah, Magyar scout rush was pretty sweet. We do have a 2nd down center now for Yellow, of course, with the extra fish. Why not boom? Why not boom? Indeed, it's a good idea after all. Seeing that green, his uptime is a bit later, so he's only now going to go to the 2nd stable. We'll probably drop a TC as soon as he can. Great from green to go heavy on the scouts knowing the other team is poorly walled. Yeah, exactly. Again, everything I said about Magyar Scout Rush not working on Kawasan doesn't apply if the other team doesn't wall. Like, if the other team doesn't wall, then it doesn't apply. It just doesn't matter anymore. Because at that point, you can easily overrun your opponent. You know, Argentinian here, champions of bad resource allocation. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know too much about Argentinian politics. Although we do have in the Netherlands, we do have an Argentinian queen. She is, she was born in Argentina. So, yeah, Maxima, Queen Maxima. So we do have that link with Argentina. It's kind of funny, isn't it? But yeah, green trying to get in, but yeah, blue. I mean, yellow trying to get in, but green is actually fully walled. He's just gonna wall behind. Just in time. Perfect. Update on water, still going. Jeez. Blue and purple both refusing to let the other player have the pawn. I mean, both players have lost their fish by now. But here comes purple with the castle age time, and blue's castle age was a lot weaker than that. Looks like the Malay player using that faster uptime to get an early advantage on water, and the fire ships are certainly doing a good job. But the Demo Refs, though, getting some early kills. And look at that. Castellate's Navy, it's still dying. But here comes the demo ship. Let's go. Oh, that could have been much better. Lucky she, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Certainly. I mean, isn't that everyone's dream, marrying a king? In this day and age. I think they have 3 daughters, so if you want to become the Prince of the Netherlands, it's still possible. They have 3 daughters. I don't think they're in an active relationship currently. You can certainly marry them. You will never be king, though. That's the rule. You can't be king. She will be queen, but you won't be king. That's the rule. The other way around, though, you know, if you have... it is still Queen Maxima because, you know, it's King William, right? But because she's queen, she's a woman, she actually becomes queen. Whereas the other way around, nope, you will be prince for life. But still, again, that would be really nice for me, actually. I could become the Orange Prince. Yep, nah, that's never gonna happen, though, because I'm, of course, already happily married, so I'm not really interested in that. I'm already the prince of my own kingdom, so why would I want to be the Prince of the Netherlands, huh? No thanks. Purple now finally with the Castellate's military, finally dominating a little bit on water. Italians not that far behind, though. I'll marry them just for the citizenship. Yeah, of course you could get that as well. Although I think they'll probably want to marry for love. You know, it's a modern royal house nowadays. Anyways, we got some fish going from the Japanese player, but not a whole lot. But yeah, fish traps already coming out, which is still pretty good with Japanese. It's a nice eco bonus. 3 town centers as well for Teal, so he's going to go to more villages than Red, as Red has to go for farms, which takes a lot of wood, which is of course not ideal. In the middle ground, we've got yellow and green fighting over the middle. Now, you might guess, why in God's name are they fighting over the middle? No one ever goes to the middle in Kawasan. Well, there is one civilization that will always go to the middle on Kawasan. It's called Lithuanians. You should look it up. They have monks, they carry relics, and with those extra relics, look at the attack on the knights. That's 10+2 without a single attack upgrade. Okay, that's not true. They got 1, so that means they have 1 relic right now. At the end of the day, they actually still lose to the Magyar Knights. Very funny. But the conversion, though, comes in. Monk will go down, but at least it evens out the numbers. Very nice. Daggum, Gaucho still have a team vault, even after the Magyar scout scare. I guess they just don't think it's necessary, which is kind of strange to me. Like, Kawasan is a map you can so easily team wall, right? Wall over here, wall over there, wall over here. Bam, bam, walls. Like, it's... I've not seen it go well, by the way, not walling on Kawasan, because once your opponent gets the economy out to get a lot of Magyar Knights out, there, you know, it's going to be very scary. Alright, the Magyar player noticing now that the Lithuanian player is getting a lot of relics, and he says, no thanks, we should probably stop that from happening. The Lithuanian player already at 1 relic is going to try to go for the second one now. And this is good that Yellow contests this, by the way. He should be contesting this. Like, he can't let Yellow just get this. And right now, he's just sniping the monks. Like, he knows he's behind in the knight numbers already. Doesn't matter. Every time you kill the monk, it's fine. Yellow keeps sending a monk, and another one goes down. It's all he needs to do. Update on blue and purple. They're still fighting. Jesus Christ. You know, legends say they are still fighting to this day. Probably. I don't know if that's even possible or not. Alright, demo ship. Yeah, blue trying to kill the fish again, which... Yeah, purple tried to add because I think he thought he was winning on water, but purple's not actually winning on water yet because blue is still trying. He won't give up. Yeah, blue's economy is a little bit worse than purple's though, but at the end of the day, it's still fine. It's not like purple has that many fishing ships. Nice demo ship, boom, fire ship goes down. Purple tries to kill these fishing ship, gets another one, very nice. At the end of the day, I don't think he can kill all 3 of these. At least he can kill another one actually. Oh, gets another one. Nice. Evening out to score once more. The wall between the flanks and the inner pawns is so obvious it hurts seeing so many players don't wall. Yeah. It hurts especially when they get punished for it, which will probably happen if yellow and red and purple aren't going to be careful here. Update on the relics. Looks like someone got the relics. It wasn't yellow though, because yellow was still walking that way and there was no relic anymore. So I think green instead snatched it up. And look at that. Green's got 3 relics right in that monastery, making sure that the Lithuanian player can't get them. The thing is though, Lithuanian player can just destroy the monastery and then steal them. So honestly, what you want to do now that you have gathered them, take them and take them into your own base to make sure that the Lithuanian player can never get them. Look, Teal's actually Xing that right now. He's saying, yo, you should just take those relics, take them to your own base. Don't let them sit in the monastery. That's crazy. The Lithuanian player will certainly come and get for them. Now, Red, of course, because he got kicked off of water, is the first of the flanks to actually go for land military. Although Teal is making some crossbows as well, but he's got lots of fish. And look at that. Look at that fish economy kick in for Teal, having a faster imp time than the Byzantine player with the fast imp potential. However, here come the opponents, and that's a lot of army for Clan Gaucho. Certainly so, if they can break in. Now, Clan Gaucho, this is, you know what this is called? This is called a team wall. It will keep you out for a second, allowing your opponent to react to you. Now, I'm just joking, of course, they know what a team wall is. But I think what this tells is that Clan Gaucho, they're not interested in a long game. They want to end this game fast. And, well, if Teal's not going to defend himself against this game might end fast. A panic castle now for Teal, and he is certainly going to take some losses here. Ay. Of course, Teal has been on 3,000 centers, so it's not like he doesn't have any villagers to spare. And here come the Magyars. Oh boy, a lot of knight armies right here. Teal even leading in archery range just to make sure that Red can't sit in that choke point. And Yellow doesn't have a lot of knights, and he doesn't have a lot of relics as well. So only +3. Those are rookie numbers. Oh, +4, never mind. Okay, that's... At least he's got 2 relics then. That means he does have fully upgraded paladins at least ahead. But yeah, so does the Magyar player. So at that point, yeah, it's not like Magyars lose to Lithuanians then, do they? Can you see if the gill nets are in for some of the fishing players? Can I see that? No. Nope. If we didn't catch it up here, well, actually, I could see it, but no, I have to wait until the statistics screen. It's hard for me to tell right now. I wouldn't know. I would see that here actually. What do you think about the upgrade? When is it worth it? It is worth it if you're doing this right here. If you're going for fish traps, it's totally worth it. If you have more than 8 fishing ships, even 5 maybe, it's totally worth it. You can see it as the lumber camp upgrade, but then for fish. It's fairly important. Especially Japanese fish gets a lot faster, and also, but he's going to have to abandon the pond here because it looks like Red wants to drop a castle there and deny the fish. So. Yep, those fishing ships will have to abandon their gill nets or no. Yeah, there goes that side of the pond. Maybe that docking that side of the pond was maybe a bit too much, huh? It's hard for me to tell if they have gill nets or not. We can check later in the game actually if someone got gill nets. I think I always forget about it, but I think it's always worth it to get it because it makes your fishing economy so much more efficient. And fishing economy, it's very slow in the late game, honestly, compared to farms. Farms are faster. Conversion coming in for Yellow. He snapped a few knights. As Yellow is up in imp, he's going to get his cavalry upgrades, but so will the Magyar player eventually. But the Magyar player, he probably smells what time it is. He's like, my opponent has imp before me. I'm going to take these relics, and I'm going to take those home. And I'm surprised that Yellow doesn't try to snatch those relics. Although I think it's also because, well, I mean, Green still has a giant army out here, and Yellow can't let that army run into Red's base. As the Arbalest now sniping a few villagers at the front here. Update on Blue. Blue is actually off of water now. What? It's over! Purple won! What? What is this? Oh no, Blue's gonna convert ships to get back into the game. Oh no! As we have Cavalier versus the Knights, but that's not even close, man. That is not even close. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Gillnets basically makes your fishing ships so more efficient, so you need fewer fishing ships to get the same result, essentially. It's just the same as the lumber camp upgrade. That's always how I look at it. As Green, yeah, he doesn't want to be too close around the crossbows and the Cavaliers. Cavalier coming in from the other side. This is a very awkward fight, a very important fight as well. As Green is about to get upgrades, and I think he's saying to Teal, yeah, that's nice. Good luck with your units there. I need to preserve my knights and upgrade these, otherwise we die. As Imperial Age comes in for Red as well. A critical moment right now in the game. Can Combi make use of that extra economy that they, in theory, have, but most of it is fishing ships, not villagers. Clan Gaucho has done a good job booming on land. There's a lot of military out here. Oh boy. Clan Gaucho does not want to give this up without a fight. If Combi thought that they would just win the ponds and then just be saved, they are sorely mistaken. As Blue tries to get a castle up on the shoreline to stop these raids, which he will eventually get up, I think. Yellow, though, Could take down that monastery. Yep, that's what he's going to do. Let's go. Or not. No, that was a misclick. Arbalest now as well, though, for red. So green needs to be very careful if he engages here. So 20 seconds into the upgrades. Arbalest here as well. Green cannot fight here. He cannot fight here. Needs to use the town center to push that army away. But red doesn't care. He doesn't care. Green's upgrades 20 seconds away, and he will have the cavalry upgrade, but I think he feels forced to take the fight right now with the armor upgrade. Looking at the HP though, it's still not a bueno fight for him. Remember, the Lithuanian player still has the relic, still has the attack upgrade for free already. So does the Magyar player, so I guess it evens out. Now it's Cavalier. Deal here as well with Arbalest. Oh boy. Yellow sees that relic in the monastery. He's like, let's take that down, or not, because these Cavalier need to be right here. Oh boy. Slightly better HP for red, purple, and yellow. It's a rainbow-colored festival on our side of the map, as blue is only now going out for land military. Funny. Very funny indeed. As, yeah, green is going to have to abandon that gold. Is going to have to abandon the resources on there. Still looking at the HP, it's... Ooh, now it's better for green, actually. Green getting the Paladin upgrade, but so is yellow. Oh boy, but they're both taking a fight before Paladin, but that's almost double the Cavalier numbers now for green, and yellow is going to have to back up here. And be very careful not to waste your military on this side. Oh boy, oh boy. Check the attack. Yeah, it's 12 plus 14, so it's fully upgraded, essentially. As soon as he gets Paladin, it will be 14 plus 4, just like the Magyar Paladin will be. It's exactly the same. However, if yellow gets this relic, he can certainly get that one extra attack over green, which can make all the difference in these kind of fights, honestly. We have yellow. Yeah, he's losing a bunch of Cavalier numbers. He needs to back up and back up, because green right now has got the better numbers. But red and purple, they control the hill, which is pretty good. Like this little hill in Kawasan, very nice. We got he's taking berries. Wow, I can honestly say I have never seen anyone in Virgo Cup take the berries on Kawasan. So that's some balls right there on Purplesvilles. We got purple trying to push into blue, but blue, of course, hasn't really joined the fight yet, and blue is going to get some Arbalest up as well. On the other side, we got a doubt castle for teal. Doubt! It will be, though. The thing is, teal's making cannon galleons now, just to try to kill the cataphracts, but the cataphracts will kill the villagers, and that is a doubt caster. Ooh, giant fight in the middle though. The Paladin v Paladin, both getting the upgrades at the same time, but looking at the HP, yellow and green, it looks better for green and teal still. And remember, blue isn't even in this fight yet. But green is fighting uphill. And teal had some Arbalest on the other side for some reason. They kind of getting killed by the Paladin. But right now, the fight much better for yellow and for teal. I mean, not much better. Actually, hold on just a second. Evening out again. And red and yellow holding the hill. And green wanted to get that relic, and now you'll see, probably yellow, oh, he's going to try to snipe that. That's an important moment. If he can get that relic, his paladins will permanently be stronger than the Magyar player, unless, of course, he loses the relic somehow, which, of course, is always possible. And we have green and teal holding the side. Now we have Charade coming up on Kawasan. Oh boy, that doesn't always happen actually. Both teams thinking about it, by the way. Purple the last to get this market up, so it's going to slow down the trade for Clan Gaucho for sure. We got Halberdier coming in as well for the melee player. I mean, why not? Why not to defend yourself against the Arbalest? But it's Skirmisher v Skirmisher on this side. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Let's have a look at the resources actually so we can see. Not a whole lot of gold for purple. Lots of gold for blue, so I don't understand why we're just making skirm. I mean, you just sent yellow in. I mean, sent green in to take a fight over here maybe. Although green seems very preoccupied trying to take this hill from yellow. I mean, green's got more paladins on the field. The production has been a lot better for green, but Lithuanian paladin, and do they have the +3 attack now? Not yet. In a second though. In a second. I mean, the monastery is right there. It can still be sniped. I mean, still no team wall for yellow, so it's certainly possible. Oh boy, oh boy. What do we got coming in? Elite Genoese crossbowman. Oh, but I like that. I like that a lot. I like that lots, actually. That's going to make all the difference in this fight for sure. Because right now, it's barely even, as you can see. Arbalest v Arbalest, Paladin v Paladin. As green actually sending some of his paladins to the south just to kill these skirmishers like I suggested he would. In the meantime, still winning the fight over here as well. evenly trading at the moment, as both teams are probably going to try to get their trade out. They're backing up for now, but Green now joining the fight on this side. Halberdier on the map as well. And of course, Halberdier and Skirmish are a very tricky composition to play up against because, well, it counters your archers, it counters your paladin. Not very bueno, but still. Trying to get the bombard cannon, but no, that does not work. The Halberdier just doing enough damage there to make sure that the bombard cannon stays alive. Which is a problem for Blue, because Blue can't move out with his Genoese Expo and help right in the middle of the map. Then Combi has a problem. Same time though, we've got the Byzantine player defending himself against the Japanese player. That castle for the Japanese player will go down, leaving his forward a little bit exposed. But the cannon guns, can they range it? No, they can't. They can't range it, otherwise they would have been shooting at that right now. Purple still putting a lot of pressure on Blue, but doing so with trash mostly, which, I mean, I guess Malay get their trash. They can certainly go for a very good trash unit. It's called a two-handed swordsman. Yes, if it only costs any food, it's technically a trash unit, isn't it? So if you want to go for the forced levy upgrade, you can certainly spam that in. Although I don't think that is really the unit you want to be going for, as Green sends the military to the right to take out this aggression from Purple and give Blue some space to breathe. But of course, as he does that, Yellow and Red now know that Green's army is nowhere near his own base. So let's see where they decide to push. Not a whole lot of paladins right now for Yellow. Yellow's trying to get his trade up and running, but it's kind of slow, isn't it? Trade for Green is a lot better already. 4 more trade cards, which means more paladins. And one more thing. There you go. Elite Genoese crossbowmen. And look at them shred paladin. Yeah, you cannot be near these elite Genoese crossbowmen. You just cannot. You need Red to trade against them. That's what you need. Which is what Red is going to be doing now. And Blue shouldn't take that fight, really. Yeah, just back up. We got Hussar versus the Arbalest. The Arbalest and the Paladin. Oh boy, oh boy. Looking a little bit better for Clan Gaucho right now, at least in the middle. The score is dead even. The villager count is pretty much even as well. The military count is dead even. It's all going to be about who's going to get their trade up and running first, who's going to defend their flanks, and who is going to be able to push the middle. Right now, a castle going up for Purple, trying to take middle control, but here comes Green with the army. All the Paladin have disappeared. Oh boy, and Clan Gaucho is definitely at risk of losing their position now, as Red is going to lose all his Arbalest. He's trying to pull back. There's just not a lot of Paladins coming out right now. This is the curse of starting trade. It's so heavy on your gold that you can't get Paladins out at this point. And if you can't get Paladins out, you're going to lose the front. If we're trying to get some castles up, that castle might very well go up. If it does, it might delay at least for long enough, allowing them to hold position. Castle goes up, castle goes up. Okay, good. Red's gonna try to do the same thing. If they get 2 castles up, that will be pretty good. Very hectic. On the other side, we got a trash war between Purple and Blue, as both Purple and Blue try to push each other's positions. But of course, Green now sending some cavalry in. I like that. In the middle, we still have Red and Yellow desperately trying to hold the middle control. Yellow now trying to build that castle that Red wasn't able to build. 2 castles in the middle would be pretty good, but it's risky, man. It's risky, especially if Seed comes forward from Combi Veneno, who right now have the military lead, not Clan Gaucho. As, oh boy, remember what we said about team walling? Well, this is why you would do that. Because right now there is an open and shut line to the trade. The Hussars can walk right in. That you didn't team wall at the start, fine. You know, fine. If you prefer to do it open, that's fine. Late game though, you don't wall, this happens. The Hussars get in and Paladins have to chase this now. And of course Green is just gonna let the Hussars do whatever they want to do. Kill trade cards, and that is an expensive loss for Gaucho. Oh, if only a palisade wall would have been enough already to stop these Hussars and allow the Paladins to get a good engagement. And that is not good, because Yellow needs to trade. Look at the difference. Yellow's got 15 trade cards, Green's got 29. 30 trade cards. That's a lot of Paladins that are about to come in. And remember, the Magyar player can make Paladins that are just as solid as the Lithuanian Paladins, even though they lack 1 attack, which the Lithuanian Paladins, they do have that extra attack, as you can see. 19 total. It's gonna matter nothing if there's Genoese crossbowmen on the map, and if there is more Paladins for your opponent on the map. Teal trying to drop a castle as well to get some middle control, as Yellow's just going to back up a little bit with his castle. We got traps now for Teal trying to take down the middle as well. Heavily contested fighting in the middle as green is going to try to stop these villagers from building the castle. And it is a doubt castle indeed. Doubt! Very doubt indeed. Teal though losing a bunch of arbalests to these skirmishers as he gets the castle up. And still, Combi Veneno holding on to a little toehold of the middle, which of course is for resources not that important, but for position it is all important. Let's see, how's the defenses looking on the right side? No walls. Okay, how about this? Well, you have to break through the middle, but still, no walls. Still no walls. Left side, no walls. Again, look, see? Walls. What about blue? No walls. So blue needs to wall as well. That's something that he needs to do. That's what I mean. Late game. You need to set yourself up for late game, because if your trade can get raided while you can't raid your opponent's trade, that is a recipe of losing. Green sending in the Hussars and skirmishers once again proving that they are absolute trash when it comes to these kind of gold intensive fights. And Combi Veneno, they are pushing back the middle slowly but surely. I am not seeing the gold military necessary to push this back. It's mostly trash at the moment for Clan Gaucho. And having to deal with Italians here is especially bad. Especially bad at that, because they kill all the paladins. Look at that, it's not even close. Kabam, 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 kabam. And they don't miss either. With ballistics, they never miss. It's 100% accurate. Unless you dodge it, I guess. Got some stars raiding, and look, no team wall. So it's completely open and red, suffering from a raid here, losing a bunch of villagers. How many? Wow, he's lost 61 in the last last hour of game time. We got some trash trying to hold on, but look how much gold units are coming out. Look at the queue. Well, I mean, right now he's not queuing a lot of paladins, but he could. He could. How much gold do we have? Okay, not a whole lot, but we got 40 trade cards, which is enough. That is a great trade route set up. What about yellow? 28, so he's going to fall behind in the paladin count at some point. He needs to get that trade card count up, for sure. As Clan Gaucho are slowly losing control of the middle, as you can see, all the castles have gone down because it wasn't backed up by military control. It is a veritable rainbow party in the center of the map. And can Clan Gaucho hold on to the middle, or will the trash just not be strong enough to hold the position here? Right now, looking at the HP, there's so many more paladins for green. There's Genoese Expomen behind, which absolutely kill all of yellow's paladins. Look at that. Kabam! 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 It's not even close. All the green needs to do is just back up to the Genoese crossbowmen, and after that push forward to kill the skirmishers. That's all he needs to do. That's literally it. Game is slowly turning into the favor for Combi Veneno. The economy looking slightly better, but especially the military count looking better. This death ball in the middle seems very difficult to stop as Purple tries to drop a castle, which will not go up. I mean, it shouldn't at least. That would be very weird. We got green now trying to break in on the right. We have... do we have any advances over here? Not much, but blue did build a castle there, so I guess, you know, just for defenses. When it comes to the trade profit, I'd love to see that at the end of the game, because I think the trade profit is going to be a lot better for the team with the Italian player. Because guess what? Trade cards are cheaper, right? The Gauchos throw the game by not team walling. Well, that would be something, right? That would be something. We do have a throw emote for that, actually, which you can use, by the way, I think. Yeah. But yeah, right now, I mean, at the end of the day, as we have trade from red passing through the center of the map, which that's not good. That's not good at all, as Purple got the castle up miraculously. I don't know how that happened, but at the end of the day, look at the Paladin spam. It's full gold units now for Combi Veneno. Paladins will be coming out at every corner here. 40 Paladins for him, only 11 for yellow. And the middle has been lost for Clan Gaucho. The question is, can they ever hope to push this back? Still no team wall, which means that these paladins can always run through the middle and kill the trade. They can always do that. You know, we can always have hussars from the Japanese player or the Italian player. Fully upgraded hussars, by the way, to run through and kill the opponent's trade. They can totally do that. Look at that. Here come the hussars. And where are they going to go? Right into your trade. You're going to have to chase that. You're going to have to deal with that. Send pop back. And pop that is now not being spent in the middle. And the last castle will fall for Clan Gaucho. The middle has been completely cleaned up. That means more production buildings in the middle. That means a bigger threat on the supply lines for Clan Gaucho. I mean, at this point, even team walling wouldn't save him anymore. No boy. How do you counter Genoese crossbow? Fully upgraded 7 range, I think. Onager and 5 and Siege Onager, the only thing I can think of. Yes. Siege Onager, I mean, you can just go for skirmishers. That certainly counts as it well. The problem, of course, is that there is lots of paladins in front of that. So yeah, Genoese, Onagers, skirmishers, that's pretty good. Yeah, those will be my best options. Maybe Bombard Cannon if you have, you know, say Bohemians with the extra radius, or Ethiopians with torsion engines. Those are pretty good as well. And at least you're a bit further away as well. The problem is, at this point, Clan Gaucho cannot afford that. They can't afford to switch into Onager right now. It would be an expensive upgrade. Something that I think maybe Purple should have tried to go for if Malay get Onager, which I'm not sure if they do, actually. Helvedeer though, I mean, Green doesn't really care about losing paladins at this point, although he should probably care, but what is that pathing? What is that pathing? Jesus Christ, that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, they're in front now, which I guess there's that, but jeez, that wasn't very good. No, thank you. Yes, Green is still trying to fight against the Helvedeers. Now, that's not the best fight for him, but in the meantime, we got Teal pushing into Red's base, and Red's army is literally non-existent right now. He's making trash, as Byzantines are wont to do, because they have cheaper trash, but in the end of the day, you're not going to be able to hold up against full gold units here, or even the better trash from the Japanese player here. He's doing very well. Fighting and fighting. Also mixing in siege rams as a meat shield is a good idea. Yes, yes it is. Although, one thing with that, of course, is the fact that if you have Paladin on the field, they will just kill the siege ram. So that might be a waste of expenses. I think in the fight over here between blue and purple, yeah, mixing in some rams would have been good for purple. Just pushing back, or for blue actually, pushing back the archer range units from the other side. You know, so that's pretty good actually. Yeah, but looking at the military count, it is 167 versus 82. Just Clan Gaucho cannot get their military pop-up. They can't get all the options. They lost the middle control. Look at that. Yellow is selling wood because he needs gold desperately. Even with 40 trade cards, he just can't get the numbers out. He can't get the numbers out, and he just keeps losing paladins by the minutes here. Which means they have to be replaced constantly. Look at that paladin count. 24 versus 40. Look at the queue. 6 versus 40. It's just slowly but surely, Clan Gaucho are going to get pushed further and further back into their base, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to clap back. Especially since, look at that, fortified walls going up. You know, Combi Veneno doing everything that they're supposed to do here. They know that if somehow Clan Gaucho claps back and gets into their trade, that'd be really bad for them. So they need to stop that from happening, so they are team walling, which is good. Again, playing the late game, but it's not necessary anymore. The GG is called. Clan Gaucho tapping out after an hour game, and Combi takes the second game also. GG. Alright then, well this was an awesome Kawasan game. Very high level. I mean, look at the colors on the map, man. Jesus Christ. Now this is a fully fledged Age of Empires game. It had everything. Feudal, Castellets, endless water fights, Imperial Age brawl, trade, you know, fighting to the death in the middle. Now this was awesome. Very good game. Very good. But in the end of the day, Combi Veneno taking home the point in a well-deserved victory as well. They played very good, as did Clan Gaucho, but at the end of the day, only one can take the victory, and this time it will be Combi Veneno. Let's have a look at... Well, should we talk about the match? Let's see. Let's talk about this, because this was really, really even. For a moment there, it looked like Clan Gaucho had the middle control and was poised to push into the Magyar base. For some reason though, it felt like they kind of slacked off. Like, I noticed that yellow was slower with the trade, right? That I did notice. Like, green was very, like, he invested into a lot of trade. He made up for numbers with hussars earlier than yellow did anyways. And he got this trade up faster than yellow did. Coupled with that, the fact is that green managed to get some units into the trade and kill some trade cards, which certainly didn't help either. So, trade was better for green. I think in the late game that matters a whole deal, because the paladin numbers for green were a lot better than they were for yellow, and yellow kept losing them as well, of course. I think also having Italians here is a big bonus for the opponent team, because you have a perfect unit against the paladins from the other player. Something that purple and red, they don't really have besides Helvedeer, right? Genoese X-Boom and getting played as GG, exactly. They played an instrumental role, for sure. If that had been countered by, say, you killed them with skirms or you killed them with onagers, I think there would still be possibilities for the melee player. But yeah, it does limit the possibilities, right? Like, I mean, the melee can't even make their cheap elephants anymore because that certainly gets killed. Or cataphracts, that's not an option anymore either. Not that you want them to be making that anyways. But yeah, in the end, I think also the trash play from Clan Gaucho was just a bit weaker than that of Combi. Like, both of them were working with a lot of trash in the middle of the map. And the end of production from Combi was a bit better, allowing them to slowly push this back. You know, further and further, get the position and cut off the supplies for Clan Gaucho. And also Clan Gaucho, the defenses weren't really prepared for a pushback. You know, they were banking on the fact that the middle would hold. If the middle fell, look at that. There's no fortifications behind here whatsoever. The cavalry can just run right through. And that's not a good late game setup. That is a setup where you're like, I want to kill fast. And I think that was what Clan Gaucho had planned to do. They just weren't able to get that fast kill in. Also, do it large part in thanks because of the team walling from Combi. I mean, that's what you do on Kawasan, what makes a fast game very unlikely on Kawasan, because if you wall, it's very difficult to break through in most cases. But yeah. Again, it was good aggression from Clan Gaucho, but at the end of the day, they were just a little bit out-sived and a little bit out-spammed, you know. So weird they didn't get team well. It's category A. Yeah, you'd expect that at this level, yeah, for sure. But I think it's just a mindset, right? It's the we're gonna kill fast mindset. We don't need the wall. It's not about late game. We need to kill fast right now. Like, boom, boom, boom. And that's nice, but then if you don't actually kill fast, then, well, when you get pushed back, you don't actually have your defenses set up. Whereas Combi, they did do that. They started walling. They are still walling, you know, getting more defensive. Although I must say, Green didn't really team wall a whole lot either since Castle Age. It's not like it's just Clan Gaucho here. Like, like they team walled a little bit, but after Castle Age, not so much anymore. So it's not like they were prepared for the late game either. If Combi had lost the middle and Clan Gaucho wanted to run in, they certainly could on the right side, as you can see. Left side, not so much. Like, Teal actually walled. So let's just say Teal's the only one who actually really walled. The rest of the players, not so much. Which is good for the winning team, not so much for the losing team, is it? Anyway, easy and cheap by mid-imp walling. Yes, that's true. Now, of course, one thing I want to know, what is the KD going to look like? Let's have a look. Oh. Bam! Yeah, late game, lots of production, love it. But look at the January's X-Boom shredding. Oh boy, 48 kills. Now that is not just, oh, I got Arbalest earlier and I killed. You know, because in that case, Teal would have the same number of kills, right? But look at that, January's X-Boom certainly killed a lot of units. And look how many units Yellow lost, 500. A lot more. Actually, it's less than Green, but Green's production was, yeah, look, he produced almost 100 more units than Yellow did. So that's what I was saying in the mid-game. During that trash war, it felt like Green was outproducing Yellow, and that makes all the difference. Now, as for Purple and Red, they were actually outproducing Blue and Teal, but the thing is, Teal and Blue, they were working with gold units for a really long time, and as a result, your KD is going to look very pretty as well. And then only then switching into skirmishers. Now, I wish I could find... let's see if I can find the eco tags. Let's see. Let's get rid of all of these. Let's see. Do we see gill nets anywhere in here? Gill nets. Yes. Gill nets. For Teal, very early on, he got it at 25 minutes. Let's see. Green got it at 30 minutes. Anyone earlier than that? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so 2 players got gill nets. Right. Yeah, 25 minutes is when they decided to go for that. That's... Seems all right, I guess. You know, that makes sense. There you go. That's your question. Alrighty. Now let's have a look. Who was the? Let's have a look at the economy. Yeah, geez, the economy for Green was pretty good, but look at the trade profit, and this is what I suspected. There you go. 14,000 for Green, 9,000 for Yellow. So Yellow, despite having a bit of more relic gold, still fell behind in the eventual gold collected here because of the trade profit from Green. Made all the difference as well. Looks like Blue also slinging some food over to Green to get some production up. That's good. Very good stuff. Let's see at the Vil count. Yeah, at this point, there's not much to see in the Vil count anymore because everyone was fully boomed. That's why this game went on for the way it did, which of course is cool. Very cool. But one thing that we want to see is Who was the fastest player? It was... It was Green, Michelita. And I believe that for sure. He certainly did a good job microing his units around and being there with the production. That was important, of course. Alrighty. Well, I would like to say congratulations to Combi Veneno for winning their set. And of course, good luck next time for Clan Gaucho. GG.